Good morning, sacred friends. Welcome back to another episode of Inspirational Coffee Talk. My name is L.schonewill. I am an inspirational life coach, a healer, and an avid coffee lover. So if you don't already have your coffee, I'm going to give you just a moment to go get that now and join me back here in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had the happiest Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but it was so strange. I'm going to say, is there a better word than strange? What a strange year this has been for me personally. I couldn't believe we were at Christmas already. I can't believe how fast the year has gone. I'm still in awe that 2023 went by so quickly. And I find myself already in the kind of process of saying, okay, wow, we went through 2023 so quickly. 2024 is less than a week away. What do I want for 2024? What story do I want to live in next year, different from this year? And so I thought that would be a great topic over our wonderful warm drink that I have right here sitting on a hot plate, trying to keep it warm while I do this video. I wanted to talk a little bit today about the story of our life. If you could think about your life as a story, like a book, what would you, if your life were a book, what would you title it? What would be the name of your book? Would it be something like The Extraordinary Life of whatever your name is? Would it be an action adventure? Would it be a horror story? What would the theme of your book be? Do you know? What about the characters in your story? Would you have people that are loving and supportive in your story? Would you have the kind of people that are backstabbing and fighting? What kind of people are a part of your life? As if it were a story, right? And when you think of your life in this way, as I often do, being a life coach, I'm always, it seems like, talking about working with metaphors. And that is one that people really kind of understand and relate to as, if your life were a story, who are your characters? Because we forget oftentimes that we are writing our life. We are writing as if it were a story. And so I think it's so often to pause long enough to review. And this is a perfect time. We're coming up on the end of the year to be able to pause and say, okay, I'm getting ready to close out another chapter. What parts of this story, this chapter, 2023, do I want to close out in a really holistic, beautiful way? I think it's very common to get so busy and to keep driving and going to next, that we forget to pause and say, wait a minute here, what's incomplete? What still needs my time and attention? Who are the characters in my story? And have I, sent them off in a good way? Are they kind of still there and I'm just not paying attention to them as if they're gone, but I haven't closed it out? And so what conversations do you still need to have with the people that maybe were a part of your life for a long time, but aren't necessarily? They're just kind of sitting over there as if they're not part of your life, but they kind of are part of your life, right? So this gives us a great opportunity to say, yeah, I really want to sit with my life for a bit this week that we have left and really see, what am I bringing into next year? What do I want to bring along into next year? Who are the people, the characters in my story that add so much value that I absolutely want them to be part of my journey, my book, if you will, my life? Who are the people that add inspiration, goodness, healing, love, support, Who are those people? Know them well. Bring them into your story. Who are the people that if they invited you to sit over coffee or have lunch or go on vacation, you would know right away, I would love to, or no way. I often say many times, if it's not an emphatic yes, then it's an absolute no. And think about that for just a minute. If we lived by that rule that when somebody said, do you want to do this? And you had to even think about it. Okay, that's a pause. Oftentimes it's a no. But do we have the courage to say, no, I really don't want to do that? No, most of us don't, right? So how could you, in a kind way, decline the offer? Really be thinking about who are the people that have served their time, their purpose in your life, and who are the ones that add so much value they get another chapter. And who are the people you haven't met yet, or maybe met briefly, that you really want more time, that deserve more time in your life, and you want to include them in your 2024? What kind of invitations or conversations do you need to have for those people, right? I want to live the kind of life so intentionally, so clearly, that the people that are part of my life are part of my life, and they know their purpose in my life. They know they add so much value. And the people that were part of my life that aren't necessarily part of my life anymore, there have been very healing conversations so that both of us can move on in new chapters in a beautiful way, with no resentment, with nothing left unsaid. You know, I don't want any part of my life to have regret or, boy, I wished I would have, but didn't, right? This is a beautiful time wrapping up Christmas. We just spent time with, hopefully, those you love, but I know how it goes in holidays. Sometimes you end up with people that you feel obligated to spend time with, but don't necessarily love to spend time with. So this is a beautiful time to take some time this week before 2024. I can't believe that's going to be next week already, to say, yes, am I living a story that I love? And if I wrote it down and I read it, would I be proud to read it? Would I read this story as if, wow, what an adventure I'm on, you know? Or are there chapters or parts that need to go back and be revisited? Or parts or chapters that need to go back and have some closure to say, you know, I never did, I just left this. And I need to go back in this and say, wait a minute, this needs some of my time and attention. I'm not done with this part. Let's say you're on chapter 23 and you need to go all the way back to chapter 5 and say, ooh, I left this and I'm not done with it. And I need to bring it back into 2024 so that I can wrap it up. Or wrap it up now so that you don't need to bring it into 2024, right? But begin to look at your life like it were a book. And it's fun to do. It's a fun practice. You know, add humor. What do you want to add more to your story? What kind of adventures do you want to bring into your story? What are you writing completely out of your story? Been there, done that, don't want to repeat, right? How could you wrap that up? And what could you add more to? This is a fun practice. I hope it's been helpful to even look at it like this. I know I have fun every year in my practice of it, and I'm so careful because I know we create our own reality, our own life. We're at least definitely co-creators. I know that this, if I could speak here, divine intelligence runs through us, and there's some fated things that happen in our life, but there's also a lot of leeway that we get to decide what happens in our life. You know, when I'm talking with my coaching clients and they say, you know, I can't do this, I often will say, can't or don't want to. You know, because we can trick ourselves into believing that we can't do something when the truth is we just don't really want to do it. Or I can't be with this person, but can't or scared to approach this person, right? I think that we can, let me say it this way, I think we need to be careful the stories we tell ourselves in our mind too, because our thoughts are so powerful. You know, I like to edit as I go through my day when I'm caught in my own thought process to go, be careful of the stories you tell yourself, right? What if they're not true? What if this person really does care about you and they're just scared to tell you that? What if that's true, right? So take this analogy that I sit with today over coffee and see if it doesn't add more whatever you want to create in your story of your life, right? Begin looking at it like that. I hope it's been helpful. I know it's a really short video with a big topic, but we can keep going with this theory, this metaphor in some of my other videos. I hope you guys had a beautiful Christmas. I'm excited about this new year coming up. I'll be talking a lot about what that can bring. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you like the vibe of the channel, subscribe to it. Have a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.